Have you ever felt like you're walking in the dark with no idea where the next step will lead? Like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, and the only way forward is a leap into the unknown? I think we've all been there. It's a scary place to be. But what if I told you that this very feeling, this uncertainty, is the starting point for one of the most powerful journeys you can ever embark on? This is the journey of faith. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's not about a perfectly laid out map where you can see every twist and turn. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Faith is about taking that first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. It's about trusting that there's a path forward even when your eyes can't see it. Think about it. Every great story, every significant achievement in history started with a leap of faith. Someone had to believe in something that didn't exist yet. They had to trust in a vision that only they could see. Now, you might be thinking, that's great for them, but what about me? I'm just a regular person. And that's the beautiful secret. Faith isn't reserved for superheroes or historical figures. It's for you. It's for me. It's for every single person who dares to hope for something more. It's the small, quiet voice inside you that whispers, "What if? What if you could start that business? What if you could heal from that heartbreak? What if you could become the person you've always dreamed of being?" The march of faith begins with a single decision, the decision to believe. Not just in a higher power or a grand cosmic plan, but to believe in yourself. To believe in your own potential for growth, for change, for resilience. This belief is the fuel for your journey. It's what will keep you going when the path gets steep and the nights get long. Because let's be real, the journey of faith is not always a walk in the park. There will be doubts. There will be moments when you want to turn back. There will be times when the fear feels overwhelming. And that's okay. Doubt isn't the opposite of faith, it's a part of it. Wrestling with doubt is how our faith gets stronger. It's like a muscle. You have to challenge it, to stretch it, to sometimes push it to its limit, for it to grow. When you feel doubt creeping in, don't run from it. Acknowledge it. Ask it questions. Look it right in the eye and say, "I see you, but I choose to keep walking anyway." Every time you do that, you're reinforcing your own strength. You're telling yourself that your belief is bigger than your fear. So, how do we practice this? How do we make faith a tangible part of our daily lives? It starts with small, intentional actions. Maybe it's trusting your gut feeling about a decision, even if it doesn't make perfect logical sense. Maybe it's forgiving someone, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve the peace that comes with letting go. Maybe it's just getting out of bed in the morning on a day when you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, trusting that the sun will rise and you have the strength to face the day. Each of these small acts is a step in your march of faith. They might seem insignificant on their own, but together they build momentum. They create a track record. You start to see a pattern. You took a small leap, and you landed safely. You trusted, and you were supported. You kept going, and you found a way through. This history of your own courage becomes your evidence. It becomes the proof you can look back on when future challenges rise. Think about learning to ride a bike. At first, the idea of balancing onto thin wheels is terrifying. You need training wheels, someone holding onto the seat. You're filled with doubt. But you try. You wobble. You might even fall a few times. But with each attempt, you learn. You start to feel the balance. And then, one day, you're off. You're pedaling on your own, wind in your hair, feeling that incredible sense of freedom. You didn't know how to do it until you just did it. That's faith in action. It's the trust that you'll figure it out as you go. This march of faith is also not a solo mission. Look round you. We are all on this journey together in our own unique ways. Sharing our stories, our struggles, and our triumphs is one of the most powerful things we can do. When you hear someone else's story of overcoming a challenge through faith, it ignites a spark in you. It reminds you that you're not alone and that it is possible. It's like walkers on a long trail, calling out to each other to say, "Keep going. You're almost there." So, I encourage you to find your community. Whether it's friends, family, a support group, or an online community. Share your journey. Be vulnerable. Let others support you and be the support for someone else. This collective energy is incredibly powerful. It builds a network of faith that can hold us all up when we feel like we can't stand on our own. Remember, the goal isn't to arrive at some final destination where all your problems are solved and you have zero doubts. The goal is the march itself. It's about the person you become along the way. With every step of faith, you become more resilient, more compassionate, more courageous, and more aligned with your true self. You learn to navigate life not from a place of fear, but from a place of trust and hope. Let's talk about the practical side of this. What does this look like day to day? It could be starting your day with a moment of quiet reflection, setting an intention to trust the process. It could be keeping a journal where you write down your fears, and then next to them, write down what you are choosing to believe instead. For example, I'm afraid I'll fail this presentation. And next to it, I am choosing to believe that I am prepared and I will do my best, and that is enough. This simple act rewires your brain to focus on possibility rather than fear. It's also about celebrating the small wins. Did you make that difficult phone call you've been avoiding? Celebrate it. Did you choose to be kind to yourself on a tough day? Celebrate it. These aren't just small wins, they are victories of faith. Each one is a testament to your strength and your commitment to your own journey. Acknowledging them builds a foundation of self-trust and confidence that makes the next leap of faith a little bit easier. And what about when you fall? Because you will. We all do. What happens when you take a leap of faith and it feels like you've landed flat on your face? This is perhaps the most critical moment in the march of faith. This is where the real growth happens. The temptation is to see it as proof that you shouldn't have trusted, that faith is foolish. But the true act of faith is getting back up. It's looking at the situation, learning what you can from it, and choosing to trust again. It's understanding that a setback is not a failure. It's a detour, a lesson, a part of the story. The greatest stories are never about the people who never fell. They're about the people who got back up, dusted themselves off, and kept marching. Your past does not define your future. Every single day is a new opportunity to choose faith. It doesn't matter how many times you've been knocked down or how many times you've given up before. Today is a new day. The path is still there, waiting for you to take that next step. You have everything you need inside you to do it. The courage, the resilience, the hope. It's all there. So, I ask you again, what is that thing you're dreaming of? What is that leap of faith that's calling to you? I want you to take a moment, right now, and just imagine it. Imagine taking that step. Feel the fear, but also feel the excitement, the possibility. That feeling is the start of your march. Don't let fear be the author of your story. You are the author. And you can choose to write a story of courage, a story of hope, a story of faith. Your journey matters. Your story is important. And it all begins with that one small, brave step into the unknown. Take it. You might just be amazed at where you end up. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to share your own stories of faith in the comments below. Let's build that community right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content to support you on your journey. Keep marching.